like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the notification button so you know exactly when I come on. I appreciate all of you for what you do. Guys, sorry. I'm just dressed up warm today because all of a sudden, the weather decides to be cold and we have to stay warm. Okay, so that's exactly what I'm doing. Welcome back to my channel. So, for a lot of you, we had the review over the weekend. Of course, Saturday was at 2 o'clock and one was at 4:30. And the third session was on Sunday at 5. So, for a lot of you that did not have a chance to join and follow through on the workshop, we will be having some more workshops coming up very soon. As a matter of fact, tomorrow evening we will be having another workshop, and we will be having pretty much workshops almost every day between tomorrow, which would be Tuesday, and all the way till to Sunday. Let me repeat. If I can get the word out. It's cold out here, guys. So we will be having more workshops from Tuesday all the way through Sunday. And we're getting ready for the April NPTE PTA State Board exam. For a lot of you who don't know what I'm talking about, if it sounds like, what is he talking about? A lot of us out there in the world of physical therapy in America, we have state board exams that we take every year, okay? 4 different months out of the year, we take the state board exam. So the major one coming up now is the one for April. I believe April the 7th and the 8th is the next exams coming up. So we are gearing up for that. So a lot of you that been through this before, let's say you took it the first time, no success, second, third, fourth, or you haven't even taken it at all, and you're trying to get ready and you want to make sure you're in that right mindset. And I've talked a lot about how the BPT website tells us that they will be asking well-structured questions, and so I want you guys to always come into the workshop and be well-structured with your approach, because check this out. That exam is not easy. I'm not trying to scare all of you. Obviously, I got my license, okay? I went through the whole rigors. I took the exam and I passed, and I'm licensed, right? I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's not lightweight. It hits hard. It hits different. I use that phrase so many times. It hits different, and we have to come in so we're prepared for this. So a lot of you, once again, if you have not taken this exam at all, okay, it hits different. That's all I can say. And so when you come into the workshop, you get more out of me. I go through exam style questions, okay? And we use that as our point of review to get ready for the exam. Because guess what? Some of the questions might be basic, in my opinion, okay? Some of them might be intermediate, and some might be advanced, okay? And so it's nice to actually come into that workshop and prepare for things like that so we can succeed. Now, once again, it's going to be 180 hot questions, okay? I said hot, like HOT. 180 hot questions, okay? 150 count, 30 don't count. But guess what? We don't know the 30 that don't count, okay? So we have to go in there, like, prepare, like, ready to smash. Like, let's get this. Like, let's do this, son, okay? I always use that phrase, stand on business. We're going into that exam hall to stand on business, because guess what? On the day of the exam, on April the 7th and the 8th, I will be nowhere near that exam hall. Nowhere. The PTA coach will not be there, okay? Because I already went in and stood on my business. And so at that point, all you have is you, okay? All you have is you. As a matter of fact, I've said this so many times. When you get to that exam hall, okay? When you get to that exam hall, once again, they're gonna tell you put your stuff up. You're gonna have to put your phones up. You're gonna have to put your iPads up, okay? Your books, you gotta put those up, okay? You gotta put your AI up. So everything needs to get put up. And for the duration of that exam, okay, which I believe is like 4 hours, okay? You are not allowed to go to that locker. I repeat, for the duration of that exam, you are not allowed to go to that locker, okay? You can't. You can go to the restroom as many times as you want in 4 hours, but you can't go to that locker. I don't make the rules, guys. That's just what it is, okay? And think about it. They have to make this fair. You can't allow people to go to their lockers in the middle of the exam and start searching stuff up, start using all that AI, the chat GPT, the perplexity, and all those things. You can't allow that. So it has to be fair. So at that point, once again, all you have is you. Okay, so I'm preparing you to go in there and stand on business. That's just the truth of the truth of the truth. I'm serious. Okay. And so come into the workshop and we go through, like I said earlier, exam style questions. And guess what? There's something about the number six, okay? We have 6 lifetime attempts to do this. Six. Not 15, not 20, not 25. We only have six, okay? A 600 is a pass. So 600 to 800 is a pass. 599, no. 598, no. You have to score 600 and above, and that's a pass. So come into the workshop so you can find out how to hit the 600, because I did it. Okay. Once again, I'm not some YouTuber just telling you guys stuff that I have not done. I've actually done it, and I'm telling all of you that you can do the same. I'm just saying. So what are we doing? What exactly are we doing? Okay. So once again, if you took some kind of review courses out there, I don't know, I don't drop names of review courses, okay? But if you've taken any review courses out there and you still have not passed, something has to change. There are pieces of the puzzle that are missing, and we need to put those things together immediately. Because once again, guys, it's only 6 lifetime attempts, right? As a matter of fact, if you score a 400 or less, okay, 2 times in a row, that's it. You're done. I don't make the rules, okay? I don't make the rules, but I do know that if you score a 400 or less 2 times in a row, okay, that's it. That is it. So I don't know about you guys. I mean, if you sacrifice 19 months like I did, or 24 months, because each school has a different time frame or how long you go to school for. Mine was 19 months, okay? If I've sacrificed 19 months of my life to go to school, and the final thing, the final championship of everything, the Super Bowl of everything is the state board, I need to pass. If I've gone to school for that long, okay, and and I take the boards and don't make it, it's all a waste. It is all a waste. So we don't wanna sacrifice and toil and come up empty. Okay? We don't want to do that. For some of you out there, you've taken this exam 4 times. You only have 2 attempts left. 2. So a lot of things need to change. Don't you think so? I think so. If I was in your shoes and I only had 6 chances to do this, okay? And I've done it 4 times and I have not passed, and I only have 2 chances to do this. Oh, guess what? A lot of things need to change, okay? So once again, come into the workshop where you gain the knowledge, gain the wisdom. I've told you guys a lot of times, I don't teach from scratch, okay? Because for a lot of us that have been through physical therapist assistant school, okay? You've gone through the schooling, you've gone through the exams and all that stuff, skill comps. Now, my role as your coach is to get you to cross the bridge. Okay, when I say cross the bridge, I mean getting you to the point of getting your license. Sorry guys, I'm over here getting my oil change, so if you hear some kind of noise and stuff like that, that's just what it is, okay? So I'm just using this time to reach out to all my subscribers and all my students and all of you out there who will be taking the exam, or you already took the exam, or you're just discovering this channel for the first time and wondering to yourself, who is this guy? What is he talking about? And is he actually licensed? And like I said earlier, guys, I'm licensed, okay? I'm not just some YouTuber just telling you stuff to take a course and stuff like that, no, okay? So the channel itself is brand new. This channel is brand new, right? Right now I probably have like, I say in the neighborhood of 80 subscribers, okay? So a lot of you would be like, well, you only have 80 subscribers. Why should I listen to you? Well, I've been doing this for almost 10 years. The channel is new, but I'm not new to the world of physical therapy. I've worked in different settings, home health, skilled nursing facility, hospitals, outpatient. I've done all that, right? And so now I have a plethora of experience in a lot of things. And so once again, I tell you guys all the time, don't worry about the job prospects. The focus right now is not on the jobs. The focus is on passing the exam. That's what the focus is on right now. You will agree with me, right? So the focus is on all of you passing the actual exam so you can get your license. And guess what? Once you get your license, it's once in a lifetime. All you have to do is just do your continuing education credits to renew your license. That's all you have to do. That is all you have to do. And I've said this so many times. Think about it, guys. When you pass an exam in general, I'm just talking about passing an exam. When you pass, even if it's going for your driver's license test, and you pass that exam, how do you feel deep down inside of you? You feel great. You feel like awesome, don't you? You feel like victorious, like a warrior. And that's how I want all of you to feel when you walk, before you walk into that exam. I want you to smell that victory already, okay? Regardless of however the questions come at you. So like I said, from Tuesday, which is tomorrow, all the way through Sunday, we will be having reviews. Most likely it's gonna be in the evenings. I don't think it's gonna be in the mornings. It's gonna be in the evenings. So if you need to join, once again, just send an email. You can send an email to Akaluso, that's AKALUSO, the number 40 at gmail.com. That's AKALUSO, the number 40 at gmail.com. Send me an email, I can get you registered. And then once I register you, I'll send you the Zoom link. I don't provide Zoom link on lives like this because it's only exclusive for those of you that register for the class, okay? So I don't randomly just give out Zoom links like that. It has to be for the people who have registered to come into the workshop. That's just the truth of the truth of the truth. That's how it works, okay? That's exactly how it works, okay? So a lot of things I say, guys, I'm very, very compassionate about this because, once again, earlier, I told you guys earlier, I've been through this, right? And I've told you guys that age is not a hindrance. Once again, your age is not a hindrance. Even for those of you who have not even started the journey, okay? You're going into the world of healthcare, okay? You want something that is fairly stable, and you want to make the sacrifice. You can still do it. Whether you're younger than me, watching me right now, or you're older than me, it's possible. This program was 24 months for me, almost 10 years ago. I'm talking about the schooling. I'm sorry, it was 19 months for me. I said 24 months. It was 19-month program for me. Most schools, it's 24 months, okay? It took me 19 months. And here we are, okay? Here we are. So don't hesitate if you're probably like on the fence, like, I don't know about this guy. Is he really licensed? Is he this? Is he that? If I give you my name right now, and I've said this before, you can check everything and everything checks out. Okay? Legit. All right, so let's see who joined the channel. Dave says hi. Dave says, I love your channel. Thank you, Dave. Karina also joined the channel. Thank you, Karina. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for the likes, guys. Karina joined the channel. Yeah, and I've said a lot of things. Like I told you guys before, anything that you've learned throughout your journey of being in physical therapist assistant school is fair game, okay? So when you're doing your reviews right now, don't overlook anything. Anything out there is fair game. That's just the way it is. I don't make the rules, okay? I'm just telling you that anything in there is fair game. So you have to review everything. I'm talking about the 5 major areas. So we have the musculoskeletal, we have the cardiopulmonary, okay? We have nervous system, you have non-systems and other systems. So there's 5 major areas. 5 major areas. Now, the first 3 account for 60%. So it's almost impossible, okay, to pass the exam if you don't hit the first 3. That's just what it is. It's impossible. If you don't get the first 3, oh, forget it, okay? Because they're heavy on questions, so you have to get it. You have to get it. So I don't know what you guys are using at the moment. If you're using like apps, I'm a little old school. I still do books. There's nothing wrong with that. Websites, different resources, right? But The school and the exam is not the same thing. I have to make that very clear. You took your exams in school, that's good, but it's not the same thing as coming into the exam. The exam, to me, this is what I think. It requires you merging all those things you've learned to make it work. If that makes any kind of logical sense to you, right? So you have to come to the workshop. Once again, I said this before. You get more out of me at the workshop than on YouTube. I mean, on YouTube, I will share a few questions here and there and talk a little bit, but in the workshop we go into detail. Okay, and that's what we do. We go into detail. So um, make sure you join. Make sure you join. Okay, make sure you join. All right, guys. So we'll leave it at that. Once again, possibly tomorrow I will announce the time. It's gonna be, I'll say about possibly 7 o'clock, right? Possibly 7 o'clock. We'll go live at that time, and then I share a few things with you guys and briefly, and then we'll go into the workshop. So the workshop is not gonna be on. It's not gonna be on YouTube. Okay. All right. So we'll leave it at that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification button so you know exactly when I come on. I appreciate all of you for what you do. And remember, guys, we can cross that bridge, okay? But it takes a certain mindset to do that. It takes a certain mindset to do that. So join the workshop so you can find out how. I'll talk to you guys soon. And please enjoy the rest of your day. Until then, see you later. Bye-bye.